Hello. Have you ever wanted to read the Bible all the way through? Maybe you feel like you start and you stop and you run out of time or you get distracted, or you think it would take a lot of time to read the Bible all the way through. You're wondering what's in there and you'd love to be able to do it in a reasonable amount of time. If so, please stick around because I'm going to show you a really awesome way to read the Bible in 15 minutes a day that I'm kicking off. I am Coach Crazy Cat. I live in South Carolina. I am a recovering accountant and a freedom guide. I help Christian women find life balance so they can step into their God-given mission and purpose. So let's talk about tea time. What is this tea time? It's Time Efficiency Accelerator. For a long time in my life, I really struggled for time. I didn't know how to get everything done. I felt like I needed to do a better job managing my time. I beat myself up. I had massive to-do lists that never got finished. I took all the time management tips, tricks, things. None of it worked. I Googled time management and it said to do 20, 30, 40, 50 things. And I was like, really? Okay, I'm stressed and I'm busy. You think I have time for 50 things? So I am teaching you my super secret on how to get more efficient with your time. It's not about managing it. It's about being more efficient with the time that you've already been given. We each have 24 hours, and some people do a better job about being efficient than other people. If you prioritize the important bits, then you'll get that part done. And then the rest doesn't feel so stressful. And you don't tend to fall into holes of time, like staring at the television or binge drinking for days or whatever it is that happens to be the area you go to when you feel frustrated and overwhelmed. By building life balance, you get less frustrated, which is really, really amazing. So anyway, so how do we read the Bible in a year? I'm so glad that you asked because it's going to be amazing. And I'm so blessed to be doing this with you guys. It's been something that's been on my heart for a while. So first off, make sure if you want to watch all of Tea Time and you want to be able to catch any of the Bible reading that you've missed, make sure that you scan this QR code and follow and subscribe on YouTube. I'm going to have everything out there. All my tips on how 15 minutes has changed my life because I can't keep it to myself. It has made such a huge difference in my life that I have to share it with other people. So please share it, invite your friends, don't miss out. So the challenge related to the spirit is that a lot of times we'll say it has to wait. This is what I did for the first 22 years of my life, actually first 45 years of my life. I had a very busy career that I was in for 22 years, and I was too busy to do anything other than work and skydive. So I would routinely work 50 to 80 hours a week and then jump out of a plane when I could. And even though I felt prompted to read the Bible and to pray so I could find spiritual balance, I didn't do it. And I'd put it off till next week, and next week became never. So I didn't have time, and partially I didn't see the purpose, or I was kind of putting it off, hoping I got a warning before I died so I could get right. And what was happening is my spiritual muscle was dead, pretty much atrophied. And I would get pings every once in a while from the Father, but mostly I didn't care. And I was just too busy and living my life. And I was riding through life on flat tires. You know, in order to find balance, I had to feed my spirit. And the best way to do that, in my opinion, is by reading the Bible. And especially if you've never read it, you got to know what's in there, because I was blown away. The boiled down version is love God and love others. And there's so much peace and hope and love. And there's a lot of bad things that people will say about the Bible because they're picking something out and taking it out of context. But when you read it all the way through and you can really understand it for yourself, it makes a huge, huge difference in your life. So I've set up a page on my website, a free Bible year. So that way you can make sure that you know where all the recordings are. You also have got a plan. I borrowed a plan from Discipleship. I'll show it to you in just a second where I got it from. But I took snapshots of that because I wanted all the Bible reading plans that I found always started in January. So I think they're assuming that everybody wants to do this as a New Year's resolution. But I say start your 15 minutes any day you want. So if you want to start today, let's get going, right? So I don't want you to have to wait till January, which is the reason I set up a separate guide so you can start any day you want. So if you scan this QR code, you can go onto the free website, download your copy of the Bible year, start making your notes, and you can read on your own using this plan. Or if you want to listen to me read with a little ad lib, then feel free and share it with whoever you want. I got the plan from Discipleship Journal, and I just want to tell them thank you very much. It's a beautiful plan. I love it for a couple of reasons. The first one is that they don't read all 30 days or 31 days out of the month. Every month they read for 25 days only. And the main reason is so you can catch up. And if you've ever tried to do something like this and you feel, I know how overwhelming it is, you get behind by a week and you feel like you'll never catch up, you have a catch up week. So if you fall off by a day, don't worry about it. You have a week to catch up so you can get back on track and finish. And even if it takes you 2 years to read, you're still better off than not reading at all, I'll just say. But it's based on 25 days in each month, and I love that. I also love that they're starting in the New Testament, so you're getting the bits of Jesus and his life, as well as the Old Testament at the same time, because Jesus fulfilled the Old Testament as he walked. So it's really neat to see the side by side, because there's some bits of the Old Testament that I struggle to read. Numbers, Leviticus, list of names. They're in there for a reason, but they're really difficult to get through. And by doing it in chunks like this, you'll be able to get through it, understand the purpose for it, and take more on. And thank you to navigators.org. This plan is absolutely amazing, and I just borrowed bits of it. So like you'll see the first month. So let's say you were starting today. You would start with Matthew 1, 1 to 17, Acts 1, 1 to 11, Psalms 1, and Genesis 1 to 2. And you can actually read that in 15 minutes. I've already done it. And so you can listen to me or read on your own. But it's really awesome, and I love this plan, and thank you. I'm reading from the English Standard Version. I read a lot of different versions of the Bible because I'm kind of like, I love the Bible. It's like this amazing puzzle, and there's a bit here and a bit here and a bit here, and I just think it's so much fun because I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm a nerd, but I love it. But anyway, for this, I chose the ESV. And why? Because it is a literal translation, meaning that if there's a word in the Hebrew, the Aramaic, or the Greek, which is how it was originally written, and they translate it, then they make sure they go word for word. So they're not going to take a word out of context and translate it into something this time and something else the next time. They go word for word, which I think is great. They also did it into modern English. I love the King James. I think it's great. There's a lot of really cool things about it, but it's in kind of an old style English that's really difficult because we don't speak that way anymore. And if you didn't grow up in a Bible-based family, that could cause you to stop. And I don't want you to stop. I want you to get through it. It's not to say that it's going to be 100% easy, but it's worth seeking it out because true wisdom comes out of this book, and it will literally answer every single question you have in this life because it's our instruction manual, and it's going to outlast this earth. So it's good to get comfortable with it. And I think that's the main reason. So if you want to read about the ESV translation, then go to esv.org, and they've got their whole translation philosophy on there. My tools. So I am reading from the ESV journal, and I'll have it up for you if you choose to do the videos, that I'll have it up so you can read along. You don't have to actually buy one, but I do recommend having your own because it's really nice to mark it up, as you can see that I'm doing. I like to mark different things in different colors, like numbers go in green and God goes in purple. But you can decide if you want to get your own. You could read along online too if you choose to. But I love marking my Bible up. I've learned a lot that way, and these are the tools that I use. I'll put some convenience QR codes there for you if you want to use what I use. I like these because they last a while and they also don't bleed. So anyway, that's what I'm using. And I love this biblical principle, which is what I like to have a biblical principle for all of my, all the parts of my business. And the one for the T method, the time efficiency accelerator method, is look carefully then how you walk, not as the unwise, but as the wise, making the best use of the time because the days are evil. I love this verse because it reminds me that everybody has 24 hours. It started at the beginning, right? Right there in Genesis 1, it says that God created day and night. So the 24-hour period has been around since the beginning. So 24 hours was enough for Jesus, Moses, Abraham, Peter, Paul, Jonah, and the list, Enoch, Adam, the list goes on. Everybody through all time has had 24 hours. It was enough for them, and it's enough for us. I challenge that it is the current dynamic we live in, the business of busyness, that distracts us away from what's important, and that if we are wise about our time and we efficiently invest it 15 minutes at a time into our spirit, mind, heart, and body, that we really, really can create life balance, and that a lot of this other clutter will just naturally go away without us having to create a to-do list, do 50 things, beat ourselves up, buy 14 planners. If you just invest 15 minutes in yourself, you'll be amazed and blown away by what will change in your life. So what happens with 15 minutes is it's a really small bit of time on a daily basis, right? So you could set a timer, set a clock, whatever you want to do. 15 minutes becomes almost 2 hours in a month, almost 8 hours in, almost 2 hours in a week, almost 8 hours in a month, and 90 hours in a year. 90. You could do so many things in 90 hours, and one of them is read the Bible all the way through. And that's what we're here to talk about. So if you're wanting to stop managing time, you're sick of beating yourself up, you're tired of never-ending to-do list, you want to learn how 15 minutes can help you to create freedom habitudes, then please scan the code and join the Awkwardly Beautiful Life. It's an absolutely beautiful group for Christian ladies who are looking to create life balance. And I'm going to share everything I know about managing time in there, so that way you can really learn what I know and stop beating yourself up. So make sure you join the tea time. Friends don't let friends stay stressed. So you come along and invite your friends. Scan the QR code, or on Facebook, it is the Awkwardly Beautiful Life. Pretty easy to find. And coming soon, I'm going to have a boot camp where you can have everything all together and do the whole tea program in 1 hour. If you're over in the Awkwardly Beautiful group, or you follow me here on YouTube, sorry, I don't know where you're watching. I apologize. You could be on YouTube or on Facebook, or you can watch from the website. Wherever it is, it doesn't really matter. You could catch all my tools. It's just going to take you a little bit longer to get there. If you really want an intensive and you want everything together with a beautiful handbook where you go step by step by step to really make measurable change, then look for the boot camp. It'll be coming out really soon. It'll take you less than an hour, and I'm going to have a really amazing introductory price of $27, which hurts me to give it away for that. But the thing is, I really want you guys to have this because it's made such an impact in my life, and I can't keep this amazing secret to myself. So that is all. I hope that you will patch in for Bible year. I will be starting with that, and I'm going to try to do it daily. So I stay ahead of you guys, because I want you to be able to listen to the Bible in a year. All the rest of the stuff in the T method, I'm going to go spirit, mind, heart, body, spirit, mind, heart, body, so that in the Facebook group, no matter what you're working on, you'll be able to get some support there. All right, so that is it. I hope your day is beautiful and blessed, and I look forward to seeing you back tomorrow, God willing, in the Facebook group, where I will be sharing about spirit, mind. We're going to be reading from one of my favorite books, but I'm not going to tell you which one right now. But I'm going to show you how in 15 minutes you can read through a chapter in a book about a chapter. And if you do that, you would read 12 to 18 books in a year. Pretty impressive. Anyway, with that, be blessed, and I will see you back